Trevor, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Chisholm. It's not been the best half for Bountiful, but if there's a way to close it, that's not a bad one. The bank is open. Deseret News Rewind is presented by Heidemann & Associates, a full-service law firm dedicated to winning for you. Call them now for a free consultation. Welcome in Deseret News Rewind, Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart, as always, presented by Heidemann & Associates, brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard.
That's right, Heidemann & Associates, full-service law firm. If you have any legal need, business, personal, or just for the hay of it, give them a call, 801-754-4240 for a free consultation from the experts at Heidemann & Associates.
Well, let's go with the opening statement brought to you by Heidemann & Associates. Well, there's a clear-cut 6A girls. There's not a clear-cut 5A girls. We look at the boys. Is there a clear-cut 6A?
Yes. Well, I think there's two clear-cut 6A.
Let's have it, because we're talking dark horses. So let's talk about clear-cut in 6A, and then we're going to talk about the fun mosaic, if you will, 5A.
All right, to me, it's Davis and Layton. These are the two best teams in 6A. Fremont's right there. I mean, we saw that this week. They were, getting blown out against Layton, come back, get that to 1 point. Dallin Hall goes off 42 points. Hey, school scoring record. Dallin, congratulations, man. Been a blast to watch him play.
For 3 years.
Yeah.
And we're watching a lot of him. Remember, last year in the state tournament, he scored all but, I think, 2 points.
Yeah.
Fremont got to the semifinals. He scored all but 2 of their points in the third quarter in every game.
And he's going to do it again at some point this year. You just know it. That's what you expect from Dallin.
He's got to do it. He has to do it.
I think it's Davis-Layton. I think they've had the strongest resumes. I think they have the most impressive wins. And the way in which they've won games, in my mind, they are the two clear-cut favorites.
Yeah, I don't know how you could argue any different, right? Because some of the other regions, if you're Skyridge, plenty of talent, opportunity to go get it.
Yeah.
We differ on this a little bit. Pleasant Grove, they've come on late.
Yeah.
But you're not a favorite. It's not a clear cut to muck it up. Those are teams that can do it. I expect Skyridge everything possible to be standing there on Friday afternoon in the semifinals.
They're going to be a tough out. This is a team with all the pieces you need. But, we could say that about this team last year. And you hope that other year, right, one more year, tasting that defeat, kind of ignites that fire, and they're able to bring it together for the playoffs, put something together for a deep run. Be great to see. Would love to see it.
Yeah.
We will see.
I think we're going to have a new champion in 6A.
Yeah, I think
just
we
to
will.
Put that out there. It's not negating anybody. All right, 5A. Who's a favorite in 5A?
Okay, look, I'll be honest, all right? I think 5A is pretty clear. I think there's about 15 teams that you can make a case are probably the leads for a state championship in 5A.
Okay, here are your region champs. Woods Cross.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't know Region 6 yet. Fun. Okay, here's Region 6. Brighton, East, Olympus, Murray. Any of those win a state championship?
Maybe.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. Region 7, Lehigh is your region champ. Not going to get a first round bye in 5A.
Correct.
But they're your region champ in Region 7.
Yeah.
Another
a team below them might.
Will. Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Region 8, it is Springville.
Yeah.
That is a real...
And by the way, it came down to the last game of the season.
Right. Crazy.
Against the state's #1 team.
When we saw them against the state's best team, play their best game.
Yeah. Almost beat them.
And to me, that's the high watermark. By the way, that's Wasatch Academy. They're within 1 point with a minute and a half left.
Yeah.
And then we left that game. It's like, that's a team that wins the 5A state championship.
I have never seen Dave Evans' shirt come untucked except for that game.
Yeah.
It tells you how close it was.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
So 5A, who is your favorite?
I told you, there's 15 teams that can make it.
Okay, let's do this. In preseason, your 5A champion,
it was Woods Cross. Yeah.
Would you stick with Woods Cross?
I like this Woods Cross team. I think they have a lot of pieces. I think that consistency thing is the key for me. But let's be honest, no one in 5A has been consistent. And to me, this feels wide open. I mean, really, could Woods Cross win it? Yeah, of course they could. Could Brighton? Yeah. Could East? Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked to see Timpanogos, for crying out. I mean, this is just such a deep classification. It has felt like there's been opportunities for Springville to take that lead, and they've had surprising losses. You can say that about every team in this region. Woods Cross, one of their region losses was to Bonneville. Nothing against Bonneville. They got some nice pieces, but I didn't see that coming, right? And so I think that's what makes this 5A tournament so intriguing. I mean, for me, if I had to pick one team from each region, I would say Woods Cross, East.
But I'm asking you for one team. Is it one team?
We're not picking state championships. We're picking dark horses, Dusty. You can't do this to me.
I don't know that I'm staying on my 5A champion.
All right, who's your 5A state champion?
Springville.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the leads. But are they going to play like they did against Maple Mountain, or are they going to play like they did against Payson?
Well, I'm assuming right now, yeah.
There's the question.
Yeah, I'm answering Springville.
Okay.
Coach Ingles is going to be so mad. All right.
By the way, notice how I just sidestepped that?
I did
Years
notice,
of
and
practice.
It's very, very irritating. So, all right, let's get to we're going right to the best of the rest, okay?
Fair enough.
To the best of the rest.
You know, we're going to go the best of everyone. How about Northridge with an overtime win against Roy, and Otto Tia went off 22 points, 8 rebounds in the overtime victory.
No, really, we're going to the best of the rest.
No, I'm serious. I'm going the best of everyone.
Oh, best of everyone. Okay.
Yeah. Take that, Dusty.
You want to know that we do not. This is a free-flowing show. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I got to go Wendover here for a minute, okay? Wendover, I talked about it a little bit. Here's their February. Beat Tabiona by 16. Beat Telos by a lot. Beat Pinnacle by a lot. Beat Dugway by even more. Okay, got Tintic and Rich playing Tintic tonight. They play Rich tomorrow. How good and how impressive is Wendover? I mean, they are just rolling.
Yeah, they are.
Rolling teams right now.
They are. How about this one? Josh Tallman, 37 points, 6 threes in a win for Richfield. A solid win over South Sevier.
Hey, it's your weekly other team from Emery County update. By the way, that's Green River for those of you who don't know. Tough one. They lost to the other team from Emery County in the Emery Spartans. But going into the tournament with a little bit of momentum as they knocked off Monument Valley 63-38 earlier.
How about Grand with a nice comeback win over Providence Hall? They trailed 13 at the half, ended up getting a 61-58 win. Allred had 30 for Grand.
Well, Kanab, Vince Francis told us one of his favorite teams to watch was Millard. Well, Kanab ran all over him last weekend, and Sam Morton and crew got it going. They're already in the second round at that first round bye. They got Monticello. Good luck to the Cowboys.
How about Pinnacle, a 90-72 win over Monument Valley. But it was a performance of Benjamin Scott, 32 points, 19 rebounds. That's a solid double-double. In-N-Out would be proud in the victory for Pinnacle.
Draper APA, anyone? They're in their second round. We talked about them last week just a little bit. I always like to just go through these because we're not going to have their normal games. 73-46 win over Camp Williams. But Draper APA, it's someone that Dane's been talking about most of this year, if not all year long. Nick Palmer, Derek Atkinson. These are two guys, and not only that, Tyson Chow. These are three guys that could lead them to a state championship. They're in the second round already. They're by.
I had a great lead, and we talked about candidates to win 6A in the state. I talked about Davis. They were in trouble. They trailed 2-0 to Clearfield in the early going. Davis came back, got a great win. I had to use that lead, and I put a lot of thought into that.
That was really,
Sampson,
really
16
good.
points. Leonhardt, 11 points in the win.
I like to go a little bit of dominant performances. We had it a little bit last week talking about Manti and North Summit. They get North St. Pete in the second round. We talked about top rivalries last week. Manti and North St. Pete in the second round of the state tournament.
That's a good one, huh?
Yeah. Splitting up St. Pete County.
Yeah. How about Bountiful with a comeback win over Farmington this week? Trailed by double digits. Bountiful able to come back, force the region championship tonight. They ultimately lost that one, but this Bountiful team feels like they were starting to get things put together. I know tonight's going to be a little bit of a knock off your pace sort of a thing. Get back on pace. Bountiful, a lot of pieces team to watch in 5A.
Well, not only that, see how that happened. Yeah. Robert Whaley with the steal and then the dunk to take the lead late in the fourth quarter. Under a minute to go with that one. Any others?
You know what? We're going to let that. Yeah, I do have one more. How about a team we haven't talked a lot about in Region 7? Mountain View with an overtime win over Orem this week. Ben Mella had 21 points, 3 threes. That Mountain View team, folks, we're going to talk dark horses. Hint, hint.
Well, here's the thing. Here's their wins. Timpanogos after Timpanogos beat Timpview. Okay? Beat Alta after Alta I think won a big game. They get Mountain Ridge. That's a good win. And then Orem, when Orem had been playing pretty well down the stretch. My goodness.
Yeah.
Just count them out first. Hey, here's the bulletin material. Mountain View won't win in the state tournament. There you go. Go win.
At Dusty Litster.
Just trying to help him out. Just trying to help him out. All right, let's go to this one. Let's get into this brought to you by Heinemann and Associates, picking champions in 1A, 2A, 3A, then going dark horses in 4A, 5A, and 6A.
All right, so my champion, I'm going to go with the Valley Buffaloes. Not since 1995 they won a state championship. They're 16-3. How about this for a balance? Chamberlain, Hayton, and Hoy all averaging 13 points a game. That's a lot of consistency for a 1A team. I got Valley.
I'm only doing this to be different. I talked about Wendover for a reason, because I'm talking about them now. Wendover. The Wendover Wildcats going to get this one. Jaime Montalvo and Peter Alvarez going to lead the way. They're both averaging nearly, one 22 points and one 19.
Montalvo's been fantastic this year.
So I'm going Wendover.
Okay. Look, Dusty always says, well, I let Dane pick first, so he gets that little cop-out. Well, look, I'm going to let you pick 2A first, Dusty. Here you go.
Wasatch Academy, listed in 2A on our website. I'm just joking. I'm going Kanab.
They won't make the state tournament. Crazy.
They're not even in the state tournament. They're winning the state championship. I want to go Kanab so bad. I know you're probably going to go. I'm going Kanab. Kanab 7-1, just for fun. I want some of the traditional to get this one done. Sam Orton, go make me a profit.
All right, well, since Dusty picked Kanab, I'm just teasing. I was going to go this route anyway. I'm going Roland Hall. They got a lot of height on their roster. Very athletic. They can shoot the ball outside. They can get guys to the rim. Their defense, they pressure you a ton. They force turnovers. Love Roland Hall. I'm going to go with the Winged Lions as my 2A state champ.
All right, 3A.
3A? Boy, this was tough. I got two of them, and I'm like, I don't know which one of these to go with. So I'm going to let you go first again.
I got to go first?
Yeah.
Gather around, children. There's some really good picks here. And I say this because I dog on these guys all the time. Okay, but I do have a soft spot for the head coach at Emory High School.
Yeah.
Todd Jeffs. I was 13 years old. I went to the Todd Jeffs basketball camps. I did. Sue me. But I was always there. But Coach Jeffs, in his last run, he's had some teams he thought would get there and didn't get it done. But he did win one way back when Sean Bradley was there. I'm going Emory, and it's going to be on the legs, arms, and hands of Brax Jensen and Jordan Ecker and Kyler Wilstead. Emory winning the 3A state tournament. Sending out Todd Jeffs on a high note.
You should be very afraid. The end is near. Dusty picked Emory to win a championship.
Picked him. Not since Camille Fellberg played for Stephen Gordon, who coached at Carbon, played at Emory.
I'm shook, man. Wow. Okay. I don't even know how to come back from that. I'm going to go with the Richfield Wildcats. This is a team 16-4. Tallman averages 20-5. Hink with 12. They got one of the top scoring defenses in the classification. How about this? They lost to Manti by 2 in overtime. Their defense is the key. They got guys that can score. I'm going with Richfield.
Both in the same region, tied for the region championship. Yeah. My old region, Region 8 back in the day. All right, let's go 4A.
Yeah, my 4A. Okay, so we're talking dark horses now, right? We've transitioned because we got bracketology coming for you. We can't spoil that. So for 4A, I got 2 of them for you. I'm going with Tooele Buffaloes. Saw this team earlier in the year. A lot of good pieces. Felt like could get some confidence. Justin Rogers, really undervalued post player. I got Tooele as a team to watch in this state tournament. And then Pineview. A team that in Region 9, I think you got to watch out for the Pineview Panthers. Some losses this year, but a lot of them close. A lot of 1, 2, 3-point losses for the Panthers. I think they can make a run.
I think those are really good picks. And just in the sake of the being different, so our graphics don't always look the same, Bear River. Bear River made a great run last year. Going to run on some emotion.
Yeah, they got something to play for.
They got something to play for. They got a reason to rally together. And they lost some just heartbreaking games in consecutive weeks. And so I'm riding the Bear River Bears. Go get it. You know who you're playing for. You know why you're doing it. Go be a dark horse. Go make a run in the state tournament. Let's go. My next one, I'll stay down south. Mainly because we keep getting top 5 plays from these guys. The Garth Brooks song just started. The Desert Hills Thunder. Mainly because I was going to go champions. I was going to pick a champion. I'm going to pick them next week. Just stay tuned. They're coming in on a 3-game losing streak, so this is the definition of a dark horse. I'm going to go Desert Hills. I was going to go Crimson Cliffs, but then I realized Crimson Cliffs beat them.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Desert Hills Thunder.
All right. Fair enough. 5A. We talked about this region. We talked about it is a jam near the top. I got one team that I really believe can make a deep run. They did it last year, and that's the East Leopards. Look, when you've got Andre Mulabea, he is tough to match up against, and this team prides itself on its defense. Some secondary scores we've seen at times for the East Leopards. They've been right in the mix for that region championship. Coach Smith, one of our favorites, I think he gets things put together. That run last year, he can use that as some momentum for this year. I got the Leopards. And the second team as my dark horse. Look, if there's a coach who can undersell his squad, it's Jason Workman. I mean, I see him in December. He's like, man, we just got a lot of freshmen. We're just trying to win a game right now. I think they were 1-6. They were competing for that region title coming into the last week. They've got freshmen. They got senior leadership in Pillay. They got Workman, Chudy. They got some young pieces. If the lights aren't too bright, Murray, here's your challenge. Go win some games in the state tournament. This is just the foundation of what Coach Workman is building. This is going to be a solid squad in 2-3 years. No reason why you can't go win a game or two this year. Watch out for Murray in 5A.
All right, we're going to go with some dark horses. I copped out in the girls' video in one section.
Yeah.
I'm going deep on this one. You ready for this?
Springville and Maple Mountain.
Right region, wrong team.
I got one.
Payson
Yeah,
Lions.
Love it.
All they do right now, the Cardiac Cats, playing some close games, get that big win against Springville, the block late. They lose the next one, maybe a little hangover against Maple Mountain by 8, single digits, which means they pulled away at the end. Spanish Fork, but they beat Park City by 1. The score not in yet against Pro Bowl. But I'm going to go Payson. Payson Lions, I like that one. And then here's another one. I'm going to hit the way back machine, if you will. First of all, I was almost going to take my state tournament pick because Timpanogos, but they've only lost 6 games this year. I wasn't going to cop out on that one. But I'm staying in their region. How about the Alta Hawks?
Oh, okay.
Alta. They were a 3-pointer that just missed from Namdar last year. Coach Barker knows how to coach in the state tournament.
Yep.
He's got some guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Alta, my
That's
dark horse in 5A.
That's a great pick. 6A for me. All right, I've got to break from the norm here just a little bit. Sorry, Dusty, but I can't believe I'm the one to bring this up. How about an accomplishment before we get to dark horses? Because this was a clear-cut favorite. How about Tyson Humphreys from Layton, a 4-time state champion in wrestling? I know it's a basketball, but Dusty's a wrestling fan.
Short list.
It is a short list.
Yeah.
That's a great accomplishment. Congratulations,
and not only
Tyson.
that, from Layton, pretty good. Normally that's out of a Pleasant Grove, Viewmont.
Yeah.
I mean, my heavens.
Anyway, I just wanted to call that out.
Delta, Wasatch.
Back to the underdogs now. We just talked about a heavy
Carbon,
favorite. All right.
Carbon did have one, Cam Danzig, but yeah.
Okay, dark horses. Let's go with a team that wasn't a dark horse last year, Pleasant Grove. I think they've got some pieces. Young freshman point guard Jordan Ross. Vaha's a tough kid down low. Mickelson, he's experienced. I got PG as a team that maybe not a lot of teams have on their radar. Watch out for the Vikings. My second one, Copper Hills. Look, I'm calling them a dark horse because for Region 3, it's like, will Region 3 stand up? And, seen a little sporadic play from Copper Hills. Some games got away from them that maybe they thought they could have won. Got dominated by Bingham late in the year. Stone Hutchings, all free. I got Copper Hills as a team to keep an eye on in 6A.
One of my favorite things to talk about that I have from one of my mentors, he says, what are you going to do when your back's up against the wall of faith? Well, Jordan got to the 5A state championship game a year ago. You were 1 game away. 1 game. Not even get a chance to be there. What you going to do? Yeah. In the words of Hulk Hogan, what you going to do, brother? Coach Trace Bevel's as good as anybody. You got enough talent on this team. Nate Mayava, one of our favorites. I mean, you got guys, Dyson Kohler. They're dudes on this team.
There are.
Jordan, for all the things that we want teams to win. Maybe we want to be right sometimes too, but I'm not that worried about it. But still, Jordan.
Yeah.
And then who did they lose to in the 5A state championship game a year ago? Corner Canyon. You got to have guys that can go off.
Yep.
Trace Ross is that guy. Carter Welling can get it go. And then it's sentimental favorite. My youngest daughter's named Staley for one reason. And his son plays at Corner Canyon. And he's got the shoulders, the biceps, and the calves just like his papa. You can figure that one out on your own. Corner Canyon, the dark horse in 6A as well.
There you have it.
Our 5A state championship game last year.
Yeah.
Dark horses this year.
Crazy, right?
Who are you picking? Dark horses 6A and 5A and 4A. Who are your champs? Hit us up on Twitter at DNewsRewind, at Dane_Shore, at Dusty Litster. For Vince Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching Deseret News Rewind on Deseret.com.